Joined here by Calvin head softball coach Becky Hilgert after a exciting 8-2 win in the third and deciding game of the MIAA Tournament Championship Series. Your second MIAA Tournament title. You did it back in 2019, but this one's got to be pretty special to do it at home.
It is very special. I don't know. I think this maybe is the first championship we've held on this field at Calvin. So just to be in front of our home fans, and I know, we didn't have a senior day this year, so I know our seniors were pretty excited to be able to have one more home game, which is awesome, and just a great day. Yesterday we maybe didn't finish the way we wanted to and just kind of regrouped overnight, made some changes, and they just stayed the course and they found a way, and it's just an exciting day.
Yeah, let's just talk a little bit about the weekend. That opener, the 1-0, 10 inning walk-off win, and just having the mental focus to stick with it and to find a way to get that win, and just so many little plays that went into that one that ultimately got you that key win. Your reflections on that one?
Yeah, it was mentally draining, but they stayed. We just tried to keep fighting and made some big plays at key moments. Ellie pitched superb yesterday. Really had her ball moving, had the hitters off balance. We made some big plays, had a couple double plays, I think, to get out of innings. We also left some runners on base. We had one out, runners on third a couple times, couldn't get it through. But they just keep fighting. They just kept scrapping, and just to get that pass ball, it was just, kind of a luck. I don't know. Sometimes you get lucky, and we just found a way, so it was fun.
So they come back. They're a proud program, and they get game 2 yesterday, 5-1. So you have to come back for another day. How did you just kind of regroup, recollect, and focus on a new day? Because today was a new day.
It was a new day, and yesterday, like I said, we were a little disappointed in how it ended, and I think we maybe hit a little mental block because of that 10-inning game. And they're a proud program. They have a Hall of Fame coach, and they weren't going to go. They knew that was their season was on the line. And last night just kind of reflected and tried to figure out. We knew we were going to see Ulrich again today. She was going to be the horse. Made some change-ups in the lineup, moved some people around, got some new blood in there to try to throw them off guard. And I'll tell you, Allie Schultz and Grace Glass, 2 freshmen, came up huge today. I mean, they just did. They had, I talked to them before the game and just kind of gave them the game plan. And they just were like, yep, we're all in, coach. Sounds good. And the whole team was like that. And Ellie, I wouldn't say as... She was sharp, but wasn't throwing as hard as yesterday because that was a mental game. But she just stuck with it and kept pounding the zone. And we got it to Bree, and Bree just finished it off.
The defense too came up with some big plays, especially in the outfield. All of the outfield spots. I mean, it seems like a lifetime ago because these innings are so draining. But second inning, I think it was, bases loaded, and we just kind of come to expect it from her because she's so good at it. But Kayla Gruen with the diving catch with 2 outs and the bases loaded. If she doesn't make that catch, it's at least 1, if not multiple runs.
For sure, that was probably a game changer, honestly, because it was 2-1 at that point. They had scored a run. That one falls in. They score at least 2. Then we're fighting from behind. Maybe the momentum kind of switches to them. But she's made plays like that all year, all her career. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do without seeing number 12 Roman out there in center field next year. I mean, she just comes up so clutch, and she just has so much pride in her defense. And it's just fun to see. I knew as soon as it was a hit that was going to be a web gem.
And then in the 6th inning, Biddlecombe makes that crazy catch up against the fence in foul territory. She's made some pretty big defensive plays this year.
She is. She gets the balls that there's some outfielders never can get to, and she'll run through a fence to catch a ball. And that's just right there. She was going all out for her pitcher and her team and her defense, and she just tried to cradle it to make sure the ball didn't hit the fence. And that was awesome from her. And we got a pretty stellar outfield. And our infield, Sydney made a dive here in the 7th. Just made plays for our pitchers. Our pitchers aren't going to strike everyone out. They're going to put the ball in play, and we just say, hey, just trust your defense and make plays. And today we played pretty air-free, and that's, I'd say, why we got the championship.
Yeah, Grace Glass, I was just going to mention her. I mean, she was great at the plate, but also real stellar in left field.
Yep.
I mean, it's got to feel good when you've got 3 good outfielders out there against an Elma team that can hit the ball.
Right. Weren't worried about any balls getting over their heads. That they were going to get to everything. And Grace really the last 2 weeks has come in for extra reps. She's worked on her footwork. She's worked on the little things in the outfield, and she's implementing them. And a lot of our players, I told them this week, we had finals this week, and each practice we had 10 to 12 players come an hour early to practice to just get better, to continue to get better. They weren't going to settle. They knew they wanted to get better, and we can still get better. And I tell them that every practice we can get better. We get better every practice. So it paid off for them today. I'm really proud of them. Really happy with them.
Just a final note on your senior class, including the quote-unquote super seniors, that's what we call these fifth-year seniors. You got two of them, Hannah Horvath, who had a couple of big hits today, and we talked about Kayla Gruen, and you got some other seniors, you know, Ellie Borst and Ligwater and Stock and some of the others. Huge for them, isn't it?
It is. Hannah came to play today. You know, when I told her, she's our table setter, leadoff batter. When she got on in that first inning, I mean, that was just, it was huge. Energy was there, and we scored 2 runs. And she plays outstanding at second base. And then, you know, the true fourth-year seniors, I mean, they're my first recruiting class, so I get a little choked up just thinking about life without them here. And I'm just so happy for them because they wanted this so bad, and they've earned it, and they've worked for it. And Bree and Ellie, today I told them, this is your game. You two together. I knew they were going to tag team. You know, kind of going forward, I was like, you know, the seniors are going to lead us. And Grace had finally knocked Aldrich out of the game with the hit. And, you know, they just have been stellar. And Amber's just playing outstanding defense at third base. I mean, she's really changed our season with the play she's made at third base. You know, Kennedy comes in and gets some clutch hits here and there, which is awesome to have that coming off the bench. But they're just a great senior group.
So next week, NCAA Tournament, you find out where you're going on Monday's selection show. Just your thoughts. I think this is the 3rd trip to the NCAAs under your leadership, so it's not new ground, but at least for some of these players, it will be new ground, their first trip. So,
so we find
including
out,
the sophomores who are in their first full year.
Yes, we really have 2 classes, freshman and sophomore, that have not been to an NCAA tournament because we didn't have last year's season, obviously. So, but we have a veteran group that's been there. That's been to 2 regional finals, and our goals at the start of the year was we want to get back there. We want to, and they led us there, and they knew what it took, and they knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't going to be handed to us. That we needed to earn it, and it's great. I don't know where we're going to go yet. I know there's a few possibilities, but we're just ready. Playoffs, NCAA tournament. I mean, we're going dancing, so it's pretty fun for the 3rd year in a row.
Awesome. Well, congrats on an amazing weekend. I'm going to have to chill out a little bit later tonight just to unwind because, boy, that was a nerve-wracking one, but a fun one.
It was. Thanks to Knight Nation for awesome home court advantage here, home field advantage. The fans were awesome, and thanks for everything you did too, Jeff.
All right. Congratulations.
Thanks.